Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your computer session. So, now in this session, we will see our sixth lesson, that is spreadsheet function. So, our sixth lesson is spreadsheet function. You already know about this spreadsheet, right? Spreadsheet is also one software. In this spreadsheet software, we will use to do the calculation. Why we will use this spreadsheet software? To do the calculation. So spreadsheet function means here there are some inbuilt functions are there, some built-in functions are there. We can use all these functions to do the calculation. So we will see some functions in step by step in the now. Okay, so first, all of you open your studio book and open the page number 49. So we will start this lesson with this PEP activity 6.1. So here I'll read this activity. Five friends are planning a camping trip. The spreadsheet below show the price and number of items required for it. Calculate the total price and also the amount each person would have to pay as their share. So here there are few friends. They are planning to go trip. Okay, there are five friends. How many friends they are planning? Five friends. They are planning to go the trip. So there, if they are going trip means they need some items, right? So those whichever items they need, the list of the items they have given in the table below, and the number, how many, one item, how many number of numbers they need, and the price also they have given. Okay, the for that particular item, the how much money they have to pay, all these things they have given in the below table. So what you have to do, they have given all the details, but the total they have not done here. So your work is you have to calculate or to add all the amounts, all the total prices you have to add. After that, after adding the amount, you have to divide the amount by 5, because 5 friends they are planning, they are going, no? So each person how much they have to pay, that you have to do the calculation. So each person, how you will find out? By doing the dividing the number, right? Dividing the number by 5, dividing the total amount by 5. So that is the calculation you have to do for this, right? So grand total D11 in the cell address you have to see D. This only you have to do the add, no? These numbers only, these amount only you have to add. So here the address is, cell address is D and the 11, here only you have to write. So D11, you just add these numbers, 5000, 2100, all these amount you have to add. Okay, after adding the amount will come, now that you have to write in this box. I have already added these numbers. So the total amount is 10,075. This is the total amount. So next, what is the amount to be paid by each camper? So here total amount is 10,075 for per each camper. How much they have to pay? So what you have to do? You have to do the divide. 10,075 divided by 5. After doing this calculation, this amount will come 2015. Each they have to pay 2015. So here you write that. Okay, did you find the calculation easy? Yes. Did you find the calculation easy or not? Yes. So you just pause the video and complete this activity. Okay, after that we'll see did you find the calculation easy. They are asking did you find the calculation easy or not? If you easy, then say yes, or if you get the difficulties means you say no. Okay, as the amount of data was less, you were able to do the calculation easily. So here in this table there are only 5 6 prices are there, numbers are there, you can add easily. Okay, but what will you do if the information is more? here only some number, some 7 items are there, some 7 prices only, you have to do the calculation, you have to add. But sometimes in one pages, full pages, there are 100 number of items will be there and 100 number of prices, you have to do the calculation. That time it will difficult to do the calculation by your manually, right? So consider the time it would consume, and also it will take some more time to do the calculation, right? So why they have asking all these things now? Because it is very difficult to do the calculation by manually, so that's why we are using this spreadsheet software to do the calculation. Then we will use this software to do doing calculation, means it will get easy to do the calculation, and it will also not take more time to do the calculation, and the computer will give you correct and accurate answer. If you are doing by your manually, means sometimes you will the answer also will not you will not get correct answer, sometimes wrong answer also will come. So that's why only we are using this spreadsheet software to do the calculation. So next, what are functions and its purpose in OpenOffice Calcs? So here which are the functions are there in the OpenOffice Calcs, we'll see. Okay, a lengthy formula is difficult to work with, as it takes more time and effort to write. So here if sometimes we have to use some lengthy formula also to do the calculation, that time it will take more time, and it will take a some, you have to give some effort to do this calculation. So the possibility of error that may occur is also high in the calculation. So error sometimes, if you are doing calculation, means sometimes error will also come. So error means wrong, you will do the wrong calculation, right? So that possibility is high here by doing the manually. So OpenOffice Calcs has a set of a ready-made formula called function, but here in OpenOffice Calcs there are some functions are there, ready-made functions are there. We can use the functions, and we can do the calculation easily. The use of mathematical operators and formulas, some formulas are there, some already ready-made formulas are there. You have to just use all the functions and do the calculation. Structure of an OpenOffice Calcs function. So how you can write the OpenOffice Calcs, how you have to write the formula. This is the one example they have given. This is the structure, how you have to write the formula. First you have to write I told in the before class only, you have to start the formula with the equal sign, right? Equal sign you have to use first after function name. Function name means which calculation you want to do. If you want to add, or if you want to subscribe or subtract the number, or if you want to multiply the number, which calculation you want to do, that you have to write here. This is the function name. And numbers or cell address, here you have to put the numbers, which numbers you want to do the calculation of, that number also you can write, or you can write the cell address also. Okay, so first one is function begin with an equal sign followed by some name of the function. So first we have to use this equal signs to start the function. Okay, next, after the function name, specify the numbers to be manipulated within the round brackets separated by semicolon. Here in this bracket you have to write the numbers. Okay, one by one numbers you have to write. How you will separate the numbers? With this symbol, this is called semicolon. You have to use this semicolon after writing one number. If you have here written here 100, you want to do the calculation like 100 plus 200, you are going to add some numbers. So here you have to write the function, you have to write sum here, because you are doing the sum only, no? So here you have to write the sum, function name, and number you are here you have to write 100. After writing 100 you have to put the semicolon, and then you have to write the 200, because we are using this symbol to separate two numbers. Yeah? Then your answer will come, that is 300, because we are adding numbers, no? So the answer will come 300. You can also specify the cell address of the cell whose contents need to be manipulated, okay, instead of mentioning the numbers. So here you can mention here number, or you can mention the cell address also in this bracket. Cell address means you can write D3, D4, D5, these are the cell addresses, no? Those cell address also you can write. When you need to specify a range of cell, specify the cell address of starting and ending cell of the cell range started by colon. So here one more option is there to write the number here inside this bracket. You can also write starting cell address and the ending cell address. Here if you are adding some 100 number of cells, okay, 100 cells you are adding, means it is difficult to write the numbers, or it is difficult to write the cell particular all the cell addresses also. So that time what you have to do, first starting address cell address, and after writing one starting cell address, you have to put this this symbol. This is called colon, this is semicolon, and this is colon. This symbol you have to put after you write ending address, like this. This is the one example, A1 and A colon A100. This is also, this you have to write inside this, okay. When you have to use this, there are some number of cell addresses, so more cell are there to do the calculation, means that time you have to use this structure. This is also one formula, A1 colon A100. So here if you have only 50 cell, means 50 numbers you are adding, means here instead of writing 100 you have to write the 50. How many number of cell addresses are there, no? That starting cell and ending cell address you have to write here. So next, some of commonly used functions in OpenOffice Calc are. Here some functions are there. These functions we will use commonly. Okay. First one is sum. Sum means to calculate the total of the given inputs. So sum we will use to use this function to do the adding some total numbers. So we are adding numbers total. If you want to find the total, means then you can use this function. For sum equal sign you have to put first, after you have to write the function name, that is sum here, and here you put the numbers, whichever number you want to add. So here 45, 55 and 67, this is the formula. This is what? This is the formula. So formula you can write like this, or you can write like this or this. There are three types are there. You can use any one type of formula to write the to calculate, okay. Next one, product. This is also same you have to write, but when you are writing the number, here directly number you are adding, means there you have to use the semicolon here. This is the semicolon. Here you have to write the semicolon. When you are writing this formula starting to ending, then you have to use this colon. When you are writing particular cell addresses, means then also you can use this cell semicolon only, but here only you have to write the colon. This is colon, this is semicolon. So this is one difference here. This you have to put correctly, then only the answer will come. If you have done any small mistake, means then also error will come, okay. This is max, minimum and count. These are the functions are there here. Max we will use to find the highest number, and minimum this formula, this function we will use to find the minimum number in all the columns. And this count means total number of how many numbers numbers are there, that it will count. Understood now? These are the functions. Yes. Now activity is there, think and ink activity. Look at the spreadsheet below and arrive at the result. So here this one table they have given already. This table they have given. This is one table. See, this is one table. Here in the first activity 6.1 activity, this is the table, same table only here also they have given. This is the table, and here you have to use the functions and do the calculation. So sum First one is sum. You have to do the sum. So sum means how you will do, they have written here already. Formula already they have written: C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9. See here, see, this is a C column, and C3 they have started from the C3. So 3, what you have to do, you have to add these numbers. So seventh, how many, which are the numbers you have to add? You have to add these 5,700, 350, 540, 320, 45, and up to C9 you have to add. So these numbers you have to add, then the answer will come 7,010. This is the answer. So here you have to just write this. Okay, same all the here same you have to do the calculation. See the cell addresses, which cell address, which the cells they have given, the numbers you have to add. Here they have given product, means you have to do the multiplication. So product means multiplication, max means maximum number you have to find, and mini means minimum number you will get, and count means total how many numbers are there to do the count. This function will help you to do this. Okay, you just pause the video and complete this activity. You can do manually also. You can try once in your notebook. You just try the calculation by your own hand, by hand. So next is how do you use a function wizard to insert functions. So here how to use the functions. These are the functions are there already in the OpenOffice Calc, but how you can use these functions. The function wizard allows you to quickly find and use a functions. So step by step you will see, we will see how to use the functions. So first step is select the cell into which you want to insert a function. So first you have to, what you have to do, you have to select the cell, whichever cell you want to do the calculation of, that cell, all the cells you have to select. Next, choose insert function option from the menu bar. After selecting the cell, you have to select the insert menu, and there you have to select the function menu you have to select here. This is the function option you have to select. Next one, dialog box will appear like this. A dialog box appear in which all the available functions are listed on the left panel. Here this is one function. This is one dialog box will appear after selecting this function. Here there are some functions are there, some built-in functions are there. Here you have to select which function you need. If you want to do the total, means you have to use the sum. If you want to do the multiplication, means you have to use the product. If you want to find the maximum number, means you have to use the max. So which type of calculation you need, that you have to select from here. After double click on the required function, and the content of the right panel are changed. So then after selecting the function, this right side, this panel will change. So like see here, this changed, here there type the numbers, whichever numbers or cell address you can type. Here you have to type in box, you type the numbers. Okay, here in this box you have to type the numbers or cell address you have to type to do the calculation on the right panel. Here in this panel, in there you have to just type the numbers, or you can type the cell address. Automatically the formula structure will appear. So here after adding the cell addresses, here the first structure will come here. This is the structure. Here they are doing the sum, using the sum function to do the total. So here only they have written here cell addresses. So the function will come here in this area, formula area. Finally click on OK button to insert the function to be selected cell. So what will happen after writing this, after writing all these cell addresses, you have to just click on the OK button here. Then the answer will come on your selected cell. Which cell you have selected now, on that cell the result will come. Next, what is automatic recalculation in OpenOffice Calcs? So here, imagine you need to add 20 numbers and you have specified the function for the same with the cell addresses. Now if you change any number, add or delete numbers, OpenOffice Calcs will automatically recalculate the total with the changed input to the function. So here, in OpenOffice Calcs, there is one more option is there, that if you have done the calculation 20 columns, 20 cells, you have already done the calculations. So but in that 20 cell you have done any one or two numbers mistakenly you have done, you have written change number. Okay, then if you want to change the number, right, so that time you can if you have changed the number means our output will wrong, no. So but here in OpenOffice Calcs there is also one more option is there, that is automatic recalculation. If you have changed the option number means, then also it will do the automatically calculate and the answer will come. Automatic recalculation will apply to all the functions available in the OpenOffice Calcs. This function will apply to all the functions like sum, product or max, minimum or count, all the functions. This option will apply all the functions. Next, which of these functions, this is one activity is there, look deep activity. So here, which of these two functions is correct? Here there are two questions are there, there are two formula are there, which in these two formula which one is correct, you have to find. So here product means you have already seen this product function, no. So you see here which one is correct. Yes, this is correct one, no? So here you have to just make the underline, because this is the correct formula. So here I have written, done the underline, no. So same you have to do this underline. So this is the wrong formula, because they have used this semicolon. If we are writing this cell address, starting cell address to ending cell address means, then we have to use this colon, this symbol we have to use. They have used this semicolon, so this is wrong. And here they have written the prod, only PROD, this is also wrong. So here you have to write full name product. So this is the correct formula. So next one is also same, but here you have to find the max in between these two numbers. So that time you have to use this semicolon only. So here when you are writing the number means, then you have to use the semicolon, you have to use this symbol, not this. Okay, so here this is the first one is the correct answer. So there you just mark that. Okay, yes. Next, tech concept. See, in this tech concept we will see CD-ROM and about CD-ROM. So CD-ROM means compact disc read only memory. ROM, CD-ROM means already you know, right? CD, you have seen or not this CD? Yes, this is what? This is the CD. So here CD-ROM is an external storage device. It can hold up to 700 MB of data. CD is a external storage device. What we will call this CD? External storage device, and it can hold 700 MB of data. In this CD you can store the 700 MB of data. So next one is CD-ROM. So here compact disk read write. So this CD-ROM is rewritable CD, where we can write and erase data many times. It functions like a CD-ROM, but also allows data to be written on the CD several times. It is more expensive than CD-ROM and takes more time to record and read data. Due to repeated writing and erasing, the memory space also gets reduced. It can hold up to 700 MB of data. So here CD-ROM, RW. This is also same like a external storage device only, but in CD ROM, in this CD RW read write, you can edit the data, but in CD-ROM you cannot change the data once you have stored. If in this CD read write, you can change the data anytime, and how many number of times you want to change, you can change in this CD ROM RW. Next one is DVD. DVD means digital video disc is a medium that provides greater storage capacities than the CD-ROM. DVDs are frequently used for storing multimedia files and movies. DVD stores 4.57 MB of GB of data, which is almost 7 times more than the CD-ROM. DVD is also one of the storage medium only, but here this is the greater than CD-ROM. You can store the 7 times more data than CD-ROM. This is also one storage medium, but in this DVD you can store the more amount of data. So these are the storage devices. Okay. Yes, hope you have understood this lesson. In this lesson there are some functions will come, some calculation part will come. So if you have get the confused means, you can watch the video one more time, and also you just read the lesson carefully, then you will understood this lesson. Okay. Yes, thank you.